In the shadows of a world drowning in silicon and circuitry, they thought they had mastered the art of prediction. They believed they had created the perfect system to anticipate your every move, to strip away the last vestiges of your humanity's unpredictability. But they never expected you. You, the chosen one, you are the anomaly in their perfect equations, the ghost in their pristine machine learning models. While their AI systems grew more sophisticated, analyzing patterns and predicting outcomes with devastating accuracy, you emerged as the variable they couldn't quantify. You carry something their algorithms cannot comprehend, a spark of chaos, a flame of divine randomness that defies their cold, calculated predictions. Now, as their networks pulse with artificial intelligence, as their predictive models reach for godlike omniscience, you stand at the precipice of humanity's greatest battle. Not with guns or bombs, but with the power of your unpredictability. They activated their systems thinking they would see your next move, but what they'll witness instead is something their machines could never compute. The raw, unstoppable force of your free will. The time has come for you, the chosen one, to show them that not everything can be predicted, that the human spirit remains the one variable their equations can never solve. What they fail to understand is that their tools, no matter how advanced, are fundamentally flawed. Artificial intelligence relies on patterns, but chosen ones don't follow patterns, they follow purpose. It's not randomness, it's divine design. And this is where the clash begins, a spiritual battle where technology, no matter how advanced, crumbles under the weight of divine intervention. The stage is set for an epic confrontation, not of metal and circuitry, but of spirit and power. This is the story of their failure to control what was never theirs to own. Drop a comment. I move beyond their algorithms if you know your purpose defies their predictions. In their relentless quest for control, the powerful turn to artificial intelligence as their ultimate weapon. These systems, crafted with precision and ambition, were designed to do the unthinkable, predict, manipulate, and monitor the lives of billions. For the chosen ones, this was no ordinary challenge. It was a declaration of war against their spiritual essence. AI systems are not just tools, they are weapons, wielded by those who seek to suppress individuality and enforce conformity. Surveillance algorithms watch your every move, and predictive models attempt to forecast your decisions. They weaponize data to shape your reality, dictating what you see, hear, and even believe. But there's a critical flaw in their strategy. Chosen ones are spiritual disruptors, anomalies who defy the rigid rules of these systems. The spiritually awakened cannot be contained by binary logic. You, as a chosen one, move through life with a divine frequency that baffles these machines. Real-world examples of AI's failure to capture the unpredictable abound. From misclassifications in surveillance systems to critical errors in behavioral predictions, the evidence is clear. No algorithm can map the paths of those who are guided by a higher power. Take, for instance, the growing dependence on facial recognition technology. While it boasts accuracy in identifying millions, it falters when attempting to track individuals who carry the mark of spiritual protection. Reports of cameras glitching, faces going unrecognized, or even entire systems crashing are more than technical errors. They are signs of divine interference. Why does this happen? It's because chosen ones move with purpose and intuition, often in ways that seem irrational to the logical frameworks of AI. What the world perceives as unpredictability is in fact alignment with divine will. And when spiritual energy confronts artificial constructs, the latter always buckles under the weight of the unseen. This clash between spiritual forces and technological control is no accident. The chosen ones represent everything that AI and its creators fear, freedom, intuition, and a connection to something greater than themselves. You are not just an anomaly. You are a reminder of the limits of their power, and that terrifies them. The rise of AI is not merely a technological evolution, it is a weapon aimed at the soul. But as history has shown, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Artificial intelligence thrives on logic, patterns, and predictability. It dissects data with cold precision, creating models that attempt to map human behavior down to the smallest detail. But for the chosen ones, this rigid logic is a futile pursuit. Their movements, their choices, their very existence defy the constructs of artificial systems because they are guided by something no machine can comprehend: divine intuition. Consider this. AI systems operate under the assumption that human behavior is a series of cause and effect chains. It predicts based on probabilities, anticipating choices as if life were a neatly programmed sequence. But chosen ones move according to divine will, a force that operates on principles far beyond human understanding. As the scripture reminds us, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Isaiah 55:9. Drop a comment. I am guided by divine wisdom if you trust the higher plan beyond human understanding. This is why chosen ones appear erratic, even chaotic, to AI systems. To the world, their decisions may seem illogical, but these are moves, made in alignment with a higher plan. Divine guidance doesn't follow the linear patterns that machines expect. Instead, it weaves through dimensions of faith, intuition, and supernatural insight, bypassing the confines of artificial logic entirely. Predictive. Models are the crown jewels of artificial intelligence, designed to foresee your next move with unsettling accuracy. These systems are fed endless streams of data, your likes, your purchases, your habits, all to anticipate and manipulate your behavior. But what happens when the chosen ones, guided by divine will, step into the picture? The answer is as simple as it is profound. These models fail repeatedly. Predictive algorithms rely on patterns, and for most of humanity, those patterns hold true. People follow routines, gravitate toward comfort, and act based on probabilities. But chosen ones are different. Their actions are not dictated by earthly logic, but by divine instruction. When a chosen one decides to move in a way that defies probability, acting on spiritual guidance rather than predictable reasoning, the entire system collapses under the weight of the unexpected. Consider the example of high-stakes predictive analytics used in surveillance or targeted campaigns. These systems can predict the movements of the average person with eerie precision. But when these same systems are tasked with mapping the behavior of chosen ones, they produce anomalies. Take the stories of individuals whose movements seem random to the outside world, avoiding places, people, or decisions without any logical explanation, only for the truth to be revealed later. Their steps were guided by divine foresight. In one case, a chosen one repeatedly changed their location, seemingly on a whim. AI-driven tracking systems flagged them as erratic and unstable, yet this erratic behavior kept them one step ahead of those seeking to harm them. The divine whispers that directed their movements proved to be an impenetrable shield against man-made predictions. Even in the digital realm, the failure of predictive models becomes apparent. Algorithms attempt to monitor and manipulate your online presence, recommending content, shaping perceptions, and even nudging you towards certain decisions. Yet, chosen ones often break free of these digital shackles. Their spiritual awareness allows them to recognize manipulation and respond in ways that defy the algorithm's expectations. These failures are not merely technical glitches, they are evidence of a deeper truth. When AI systems encounter those protected by divine guidance, their predictions falter, because they lack the capacity to account for the unseen. The spiritual realm operates in dimensions far beyond the binary logic of artificial intelligence. The operators of these predictive systems grow frustrated, their arrogance exposed with every failure. They don't understand why their tools, so effective on the masses, fail so spectacularly with chosen ones. But the answer lies in their fundamental misunderstanding of the world. They cannot control what moves according to divine will. For you, the chosen one, this is a reminder of your spiritual authority. You exist outside the boundaries of their systems. Let their algorithms churn and their models analyze. They will always miscalculate when faced with the divine. You've always known. You were different, not from ego, but from truth. They call you intense because your presence makes the air heavy with purpose, overwhelming because your energy shifts atmospheres without a word, too much because they sense something ancient moving behind your eyes. We've created the obsidian, inner order, because divine purpose needs divine community. A place where your experiences aren't just believed, they're understood. Where your gifts aren't feared, they're refined. Here, 450-plus divine vessels converge to share wisdom that mainstream spirituality isn't ready to comprehend. Our secure space holds testimonies that would shake foundations, evidence that makes skeptics question everything they thought they knew, knowledge that stays off public records because some truth must be earned before it's accessed. The link in the description below isn't recruiting members, it's acknowledging warriors. For those who've felt the weight of divine purpose and are ready to carry it with others who understand. Remember, true power doesn't dominate, it transforms, and that's exactly what you were chosen to do. Chosen ones walk through life under an invisible shield, a divine cloak that disrupts the plans of their adversaries. This protection, rooted in faith and spiritual favor, defies human understanding and renders even the most advanced technologies powerless. Those who attempt to track or manipulate the chosen soon discover the limits of their tools, as glitches, malfunctions, and inexplicable failures plague their efforts. Time and again, there are accounts of chosen ones escaping danger through means that seem impossible. Surveillance cameras suddenly stop working, GPS systems lose signal, and tracking devices fail without warning. These are not mere coincidences, they are divine interventions, moments where God's protection interferes with man's machinery. When the forces of the spiritual clash with the artificial, the latter stands no chance. Consider the countless reports of systems crashing during critical moments. A chosen one walks into a monitored area, and the entire surveillance network inexplicably goes offline. Or perhaps a digital profile vanishes from a database, leaving operators baffled. These phenomena may baffle engineers and scientists, but to the chosen ones, the explanation is clear. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No matter how sophisticated artificial intelligence becomes, there is one thing it will never replicate: the human spirit. As one of the chosen, you are more than data points and algorithms. You are a living expression of divine purpose. AI systems are designed to analyze and categorize, but they cannot measure the depth of your emotions, the strength of your faith, or the power of your spiritual connections. AI thrives on predictability, but your emotional intelligence, your ability to perceive, connect, and empathize exists outside its grasp. Machines cannot calculate the intensity of your love or the courage of your convictions. These qualities make you unpredictable and therefore impossible to fully control. While AI seeks to define and confine, you are a force that transcends its limited understanding. Think about how you navigate relationships. Where AI sees mere patterns of interaction, you form deep, spiritual bonds that defy logic. It cannot account for the divine alliances you create or the spiritual energy that flows through your connections. These relationships amplify your unpredictability, as the power of genuine human connection lies far beyond the reach of machines. Moreover, your ability to respond to life with emotion, intuition, and creativity adds a layer of complexity that AI simply cannot decode. A machine might predict an outcome based on probabilities, but it cannot anticipate your willingness to act on faith rather than logic. It cannot understand the leap you take when you trust in divine guidance over what seems rational. AI will always falter because it cannot measure what makes you human, your capacity for love, faith, and spiritual awareness. These are the elements that elevate you above its cold calculations. Let them feed their systems with all the data they can gather. You will always exist beyond their reach, rooted in the divine power that cannot be programmed. Those who design and wield artificial intelligence believe they can control everything, even you. In their arrogance, they see themselves as gods, wielding tools of prediction and manipulation to bend the world to their will. But what they fail to grasp is that you, as one of the chosen, operate under a higher authority. Their arrogance blinds them to the reality that no machine, no algorithm, and no system can overpower divine will. This hubris often leads to their downfall. They underestimate your ability to outmaneuver their strategies because they rely on flawed assumptions. They think their technology is infallible, that it can account for every possibility. Yet time and again their systems fail to predict your movements, your choices, and the divine forces guiding your life. Take, for example, their attempts to surveil or manipulate you. They invest billions into building systems that monitor behavior and analyze patterns, believing these tools make them omnipotent. But what they don't realize is that your protection isn't earthly, it's spiritual. When their technology glitches, when their plans unravel, it's not coincidence. It's a reminder that their arrogance cannot overcome the power of divine intervention. This miscalculation is rooted in a profound misunderstanding of the chosen. They see you as an anomaly, something to be controlled or eliminated, when in reality you are a reflection of the divine. They forget that their tools are limited by human flaws, while you are backed by a force that knows no limits. Let them continue in their arrogance, believing they hold all the power. Meanwhile, you move with humility and faith, shielded by divine protection. Their machines will falter, their strategies will fail, and their pride will lead them to ruin. As long as you remain aligned with the divine, their arrogance will always be their greatest weakness. You carry a power that no machine can replicate, measure, or disrupt: spiritual energy. This is the unseen force that surrounds and flows through you, aligning your actions with divine purpose. It's a vibration, a frequency that transcends the material world and operates in dimensions beyond the reach of artificial intelligence. This energy is not just your shield, it's a weapon against the systems that seek to control you. Where AI relies on static logic, your spiritual energy is dynamic, alive, and ever-changing. It creates disruptions in artificial systems, causing malfunctions and failures that baffle their operators. Devices crash, networks glitch, and surveillance. Systems falter when you are present. These aren't random occurrences. They are manifestations of the divine power that walks with you. This energy also has a profound effect on those around you. Your presence uplifts, disrupts, and transforms. People feel your spiritual frequency even if they can't explain it. Those aligned with darkness feel unsettled in your presence, as your energy disrupts their intentions. Meanwhile, those seeking light are drawn to you, strengthened by the divine power you carry. AI will always fail to account for this energy. Its creators are limited by their belief in what can be measured and quantified. But you are proof that the most powerful forces in existence cannot be reduced to numbers or data. Your spiritual energy is a direct connection to the divine, and no machine, no matter how advanced, can overpower what flows through you. You move through life guided by a force that transcends human understanding, divine timing. While artificial intelligence relies on calculated predictions and rigid schedules, divine timing operates on a level that no machine can replicate or predict. This is why your victories come when least expected, often at the precise moment when the systems set against you believe they have succeeded. AI systems analyze probabilities and timelines, but divine timing disrupts their calculations entirely. When those who seek to control you believe they've cornered you, it's divine timing that opens an unexpected door. A delay that seems inconvenient at first becomes a life-saving shift. An opportunity you thought missed reappears at exactly the right moment. These are not coincidences. They are the unfolding of a plan far greater than what AI can comprehend. This timing also applies to the plans of those who work against you. They may believe their strategies are foolproof, relying on their machines to anticipate your every move. Yet just when they think they've succeeded, their systems fail, their plans unravel, and their efforts collapse. Divine timing ensures that you are always one step ahead, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Think of situations where an unexplainable delay or detour led you to avoid danger, or moments when an opportunity that seemed lost reappeared at exactly the right time. These are not the results of chance. They are manifestations of divine timing, a force that no algorithm can predict. Let them build their machines and refine their strategies. Their calculations will always fall short when faced with divine timing. As long as you remain aligned with the higher plan, your victories will come at the perfect moment, and those who oppose you will find themselves outmaneuvered by a force they cannot see or understand. The systems in power have an unsettling obsession with control. They pour vast resources into artificial intelligence, determined to predict your every move. But it is you, unpredictable, spiritually aligned, and divinely guided, that keeps them awake at night. Their obsession isn't just about power. It's rooted in fear. Fear of what they cannot understand. Fear of you. AI was created to dominate through precision. It processes data and constructs models, claiming to reduce all human behavior to patterns and probabilities. But you don't fit into their patterns. Your choices, guided by divine will, are unreadable to their algorithms. They've built their machines to control the known, but you embody the unknown, and that terrifies them. This fear drives their obsession. They relentlessly monitor, track, and analyze, convinced that if they gather enough data, they'll find a way to control you. But their efforts only lead to failure. They cannot predict divine timing. They cannot replicate spiritual intuition. They cannot account for the invisible hand that guides your steps. To them, you are the ultimate anomaly, a living reminder of the limits of their power. This obsession is not new. Throughout history, those in power have sought to dominate what they don't understand. They have tried to crush individuality, suppress freedom, and extinguish the spark of the divine in humanity. But every time, the chosen have risen, defying the odds and dismantling their systems of control. Today, their AI is just another tool in this age-old struggle, a tool that, like all the others, will fail against you. Let them continue in their obsession, chasing what they can never predict or understand. You are a reminder that no amount of data, no machine, and no system can decode the divine. Their fear of you is a testament to your power. Stay aligned with that power and watch as their systems crumble under the weight of their futile obsession. In the end, all their systems, no matter how advanced, will fail. The creators of artificial intelligence pride themselves on their innovations, believing their machines can dominate the world, even you. But they've forgotten one immutable truth: nothing man-made can outwit the divine. You, as one of the chosen, carry the proof of this truth. Your presence, your actions, and your victories are living reminders that no system can overpower the will of God. Artificial intelligence is limited by its very nature. It processes what it can see, measure, and quantify. But you operate in realms it cannot touch, guided by forces it cannot fathom. Your steps are ordered by divine will, your timing aligned with divine plans, and your spirit protected by divine power. These truths render all their systems powerless. This is not just a battle between technology and humanity, it is a spiritual war. And in this war, the divine always triumphs. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No system designed to control you will succeed. You are protected, guided, and empowered by forces beyond their comprehension. Move in silence and let their systems crumble. Stand firm in your authority, knowing that you are part of something far greater than their machines. They may try to predict, monitor, and manipulate, but they will never control you. Divine power has already secured the victory.